Hey guys, thank you for clicking on the video. I bet you're an 80s guitar tone nerd, just like me. So we're going to talk about this cool new ADA MP-1 plugin, a little bit about my pride and joy, Tyler Studio Elite HD, and then we'll talk about processing and some schmo that I put on it, and play some riffs. Let's check it out. So I play a lot of different kinds of music, and I've been working with Rev amplification from Canada for 6 years? Oh god, I think it might be 6 years. And that's had me covered on real amps. I have a 100p Mark III right here that's fantastic for like modern heavy stuff that I do. I have a gold D20 that I absolutely love for anything clean, crunchy. That's kind of been my analog situation for a while, but as you can tell by this video, I've always dreamed of having like a real rack setup. Imagine my surprise when I didn't see any marketing or anything, just completely by chance. I was like, hey, is there a good ADA MP-1 plugin out there? Nembrini had released one that morning, and they had a good intro price, and I bought it right away. And if you can't tell, I'm not from the 80s, but I've been fortunate enough to play a lot of MP-1s, so I might not know as best as somebody that actually has one. But in my opinion, they really nailed the sound and, more importantly, the feel in this plugin. So just for fun, I wanted to play some of my favorite ADA riffs today. I'm just playing bands that I know used it. I'm not focusing in on so much of like, oh wow, is that Queensryche riff I played? Was that on Chris's Soldano preamp? Or that Paul Gilbert track? Did he actually play that on his Lee Jackson? I'm just here to have some fun today, and we're using my Tyler Studio Elite HD, finished late last year. It's a very bright and stringy guitar. I did that on purpose. It's ash, maple, and ebony. Some of their lower output pickups and the angled pickups are asymmetrically wound. So this bridge pickup is only like 10K, which is going to retain more brightness, and it's asymmetrically wound. So this is like a stringy, tacky guitar, and you're going to hear that come through. It also works great with my Tom Anderson Icon Classic. This guitar, I keep an E flat, and the pickups are hotter, it's alder. This is like a fat mids guitar. The ADA also sounds great with this. I should probably do a video. The thing with the ADA preamp is that it has this great treble and mid on the active EQ, but they are gnarly. They get out of control really fast. In the studio is them pretty aggressively with an EQ inline in the front, either tailoring the guitar's output to work well into the ADA and or scooping some mid with gear in post. But what's so cool about it is because those mids in that treble is just so grindy, like you can really just scoop it. Like if I plug this in, I would just take another notch out of the mids out, and it would be great. So yeah, let's have some fun and stick around. I'll talk about the schmo that I use at the end and some other things that I might do with this. I just thought it'd be a cool video. So I really wanted to keep this simple. There's no like modern super notchy EQ on this. It's just coming straight out of the plugin, and I'll put up on screen. I'm going into some of my favorite like post-processing gear when I'm in Real Studio. So it hits an LA 2A, just shave a couple dB off, lets me run less gain on the amp to maintain clarity, but get some of that juicy pop afterwards, and it helps bring out when you roll off the volume knob to make sure that your cleans that you're getting are still nice. And then into a Slate API, and it has the transformer in, and it has the cuts in, and I love that little bit of juice that it gives you just from going through the transformers digitally right now, of course. I'm just sucking out a little bit of the mids. You know, like I still want it to sound all gnarly and old school, but I really like taking out some of the mids that would make like your neck pickup sound woolly, or just give you that big, you know, broad sound that you don't necessarily want when you're playing chords. Yeah. And then in post, I'm using a Lexicon style from Valhalla Vintage Verb. Absolutely incredible. I'm using Valhalla Vintage Verb for delay as well. It's like the Van Halen ping pong sound. Then of course we have micro pitch, which is absolutely essential. It's like crack. It's really hard because I love playing all this 80s stuff, and then I go, it's like, hey, I'm gonna record a Fall Out Boy cover, and it's just, it sounds like the most dated shit ever, and then I have to play with my detune off. I'm like, oh no, it's so dry. So thank you for listening. Let me know down in the comments if there's anything else you want me to do. There's awesome clean tones in there as well that I just didn't show in this video. I've been wanting to do a video about my Tyler. The guys at Tyler are just so nice, and that's such a cool guitar, and I can talk about it for hours. Same with my Andersons. Tom is amazing. Those guys just make the best guitars on earth, Jim and Tom. Sometimes I do full mixes on here, sometimes I just do solos. I've been wanting to do some engineering type videos. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the future.